track and field fans? I am here with the coolest Brittany Brown I have literally ever met. She might be the only Brittany Brown I ever met. So
There's
that's probably
Brittany Browns.
But you're the only one I ever talked to.
You're the only one that matters right now.
Okay,
That's what it is.
You're the only one going to the Olympics this year. So that's what we're gonna talk about.
Amen.
But let me tell y'all something. I have been riding the Brittany Brown wave since 2019. I tell her this all the time. She's tired of hearing this damn story. I know she is. But for you to make your first world team and come home with a silver medal,
Yes.
who's messing with you?
Let me count. Nobody.
I love it.
And I didn't assign too.
Yes.
What you was babysitting?
I was babysitting.
Had like 3 different jobs or something like that.
Yes.
I mean, Brittany Brown was really doing her thing.
Yes,
and
I accepted my first medal in a pair of Vans.
Okay.
A pair of Vans.
A pair of Vans.
That's wild.
On top
That's
of
wild.
that, top of that, she has just continued to like elevate herself. She has made her first Olympic team. Ran a PR yesterday. Be complaining about running in lane 8 and lane 9. Ran her PR out of that outside lane for second place, fighting for her life.
See, you got fans,
You know,
like everything.
come on,
Everything.
Brittany Brown is it. She is the moment, and we're gonna interview her today because she's just that cool.
Yes. Shout out to Brittany. So Brittany, what'd you wake up realizing like I'm an Olympian?
You got the medal around your neck is backwards though.
Okay, I do have it. And like, I did wake up this morning and was just like, surreal moment. I think I tweeted earlier. I was like, I never won a state track title. I never won an NCAA title. I wasn't signed when I first came out of college. And, you know, I woke up today and I'm an Olympian. So,
Let me say something. Like, you and Freddie are like very inspirational people for me because, I mean, when we was talking to Freddie earlier today, he's a optimist, but like to like the highest level. Like, it's probably not a good thing that he's so optimistic, but I'm on his side because I'm not optimistic too. But for you to sit here and be like, look, I was never the best in track and field until the day I was the best in track and field. And there's nobody who can take that away from me. So I just want to know, like, for you, what was your motivation and inspiration to like continue to bet on yourself despite, you know, not having like the success when people say that you're supposed to have the success?
yeah, I definitely thank you for that question. I feel like you're right, like betting on myself 100%, you know, like when you don't have a lot of like people like taking the time to interview you or talk to you, even like I had a lot of people who watched my race and they were kind of upset because no one said anything about me during the race.
Yeah.
And you know, it is hard. It's hard to deal with that. It's hard to live with that. But I think the motivation of like my team, my support staff, my injuries, I feel like those keep me motivated.
Girl, you be going through it.
We gotta change that motivation. We don't want injuries to always be.
But also like these joyful moments. I feel like when I crossed the finish line yesterday, I was just like, I did this.
Yeah.
I imagined this. I visualized this. I work with a mental performance coach, and we talk about visualization, imagery, and we visualize these moments of stepping up to the blocks, finishing the race strong, and you know, I just think it's a lot of combination of things of just making me want to keep going and keep pursuing this dream regardless, and always betting on myself. And that's the one thing I can say, especially for women out there. I feel like there's something spiritual that happens when a woman sits and says, no, I'm not going to do that.
She got power over
No,
her
I'm not going to do that. I feel like there's something spiritual that happens. So for all the women that are, you know, questioning if I should or should not, do it. Bet on yourself. Every single time. Bet on yourself.
So here's the thing, though. Like, when I think Michael Johnson was talking about it on Twitter, he was like, the reason why, like, Noah or Fred, one of them two, he was talking about one of them, but he was like, the reason why they're so good is because when they like bet on themselves, like they accept the fact that like they're gonna lose as well. Like whenever that is, hopefully like it doesn't happen, but like when you decide to bet, like you accept the fact that I might do this and I might lose whatever investment I've given in myself. And so I think for you, the reason why I love like speaking to you is because like you're real as an athlete. Like you've obviously had the success. You are going to the Olympics. You've got world medals. You know, last year you switched events and made the final. So there's a lot going on with it, but I'm sure that you've had a lot of like downfalls and maybe like negative talk to yourself as well. So like in those moments, like I mean, I don't know if I'm asking like how often has it happened or like how you've gotten through it, because if we're gonna continue on this topic of like making sure that you can continue to like inspire yourself, like I want people to understand that like it's not like like you say it one time. It's like you have to like tell yourself that through like the 20 times that you're gonna do terrible and like the one time you do well.
Yes.
So yeah.
At pre this year, I ran 100. I got second to last. I did not do well, and I was honestly I was a little embarrassed. I was like, dang, I ain't never ran that slow in a minute. Like, I got messed up in that. And we were gonna go to overseas, and I was like, Coach, I don't know. Mind you, like I told you guys with my injuries, we hadn't done much speed work, and I was like, Coach, I don't know if I can go overseas and run this 200. Like, I'm not sure. My coach was like, you know what? The best thing you can do after an L is get back on the horse and try again. And we went back overseas, and that's when I ran Oslo in lane 8, and I won. And I feel like there's moments where it's just like, I feel like the moments where you're just like, okay, should I go or should I not go after such a big loss? Go. That's the best time where you can go and do something after a big loss. Let's do it. Let's try again. The most important thing you can always do, let's try again. Let's pick it up. Let's do it again. Like, even if I would have lost in Oslo, like, it's still just teaching my brain, like, just because you had loss doesn't mean you can't pick yourself up and try again. So that's always been my motto this whole year. Like, let's just keep, even the rounds this year, every round I've gotten faster. 22-2, then 22-0, then 21-9. Like, every round I got faster. So, it's just about picking up yourself and just keep going, keep persevering.
So let's talk about that perseverance where, we were talking about it downstairs. You've dealt with a lot of setbacks, like health issues. What is it that you've kind of gone through, especially last year, that you've been more openly speaking about?
I think I shared with you. So I have this condition called endometriosis. It's a disease that 1 in 10 women have. It's basically where when woman has a period, the shedding of the uterus. Sorry to get a little technical.
Oh, girl, it's okay. I'm a girl. Don't worry about it.
Sorry for the men out there who don't want to hear it, but a lot of women experience. A lot of women have DM'd me and said that they experience this. Basically, you have little stuff that grows inside you, cause little pain. It's not fibroids. It's basically like little chocolate cysts that are filled with blood, and they create lesions, and they create just different stuff. It's super painful. So actually, the 300 I ran indoors last year, I was on my period, and I think both of you guys asked me to do my interview. I was in the bathroom crying after that because it's very painful. It's a very painful disease. It's not very heavily researched. It's not heavily looked into. A lot of women's health issues isn't really heavily looked into. I've definitely been sharing more about it, and I definitely have gotten a lot of feedback. A lot of women and track women who experience issues with PCOS, fibroids, cysts. It's been crazy. I'm just like, dang, I didn't realize all these women were experiencing just a lot of pain and just a lot of I feel like issues like that. It feels like you're fighting your body. It feels like it's a fight with your body, especially as a woman. You want to it affects a lot of stuff. It affects fertility, it affects your mental, emotional, physical. It affects a lot of stuff. So it feels like a very long, strong fight with your body. And we definitely done a lot of things to mitigate the pain. That has helped this year. But that has in itself, just learning I had that has been a really big transformation because it just teaches me I need to take care of my body for me. And I feel the more I take care of my body and the more I listen to my body, the more I think that's why a lot has changed for me this year. I really listened to my body. It was okay, I have this injury. The injury was on the left side. It was a sports hernia. It's like a tear in my adductor, in my abs. Then the cyst that's on my ovary is on the left side. So I had a lot, so I have a lot of stuff going on the left side of my body.
Are you okay? Do you need therapy?
I'm in therapy, girl.
Oh, girl, refer me.
No. But I just feel I feel I deal with a lot of pain. And I feel I not only deal with it, I live with it. And I still persevere with it. I think a lot of women who have endo or PCOS or fibroids, they live with a lot of pain. And we figure out ways to mitigate. I went to when I first found out my diagnosis, I went to a little therapy group for women who have endo. And I was just awestruck by these women who were going far beyond. I just learned my illness, and they were going to surgeon trying to find different ways to mitigate the pain. I was like, you know what? I am inspired by these women who just persevere and try to figure out regardless, even though the insurance doesn't cover a lot of stuff for these women health issues.
Ooh, Lord.
And especially
Insurance
if you're a
is a
woman,
scam.
especially if you're a black woman, dealing with doctors. I definitely had doctors telling me some crazy stuff. It's just crazy. But I feel learning that diagnosis has helped me, and really talking to women and hearing their stories have definitely that's why I said I feel women doubling down and really saying no, I don't want to do this. I'm gonna put my health first. Like really, I think something happens with that. I think something gets brought out from it. So yeah.
Nice. I love that, and I love that you're comfortable speaking about it, right?
Yeah.
Like you said, you would never imagine the people who are going through the similar
Yes.
things, and then it not only helps other women, but then it helps you to have that community
Yes.
around, right? So that's a really, really big thing. So, and I appreciate that. So many people have learned from you. So
thank
that is
you.
dope.
Yeah, I
That's dope.
definitely have definitely garnered a whole different little endo. That's what they call endo warriors. Anyone watching? There's definitely there's like little hashtags.
I love that's looking kind of cute.
So yeah, there's definitely little community women that I've definitely like garnered and reached out to. So it's been good. It's
Yeah.
been good.
Like that.
So, as we know, you're a very fast individual,
Yes.
right? You're
Yes.
running around the track.
Yes, yes.
And I know you was training with Boogie,
Yes.
but like, I didn't know that you was his only athlete.
Special.
You're his only. Well, no.
One of one.
Okay. Y'all know what I'm talking about. You're his only short sprinter.
Yes.
Okay. Like everybody else, like obviously they're together, and like sometimes you said like you do 400 workouts, so
Yes.
you'll be with the rest of the girls, but you are the only short sprinter. So sometimes like you train by yourself, and so
Yeah.
I want to know like, what is that like for you? Because it's the same thing with Kendall Ellis as well. When we were talking with her, we were like, well, obviously like Rye and like Michael are with you, but she's like, but yeah, like, I don't run with them. Like I have to do my reps by myself, and she has been doing that for I don't know how long. So I just want to know, what is it like for you? Like what keeps you motivated, and like does running by yourself, like, I don't know, like how does it help you or whatever?
I think there's pros and cons. I think some days I'm just like, ugh, I wish I had somebody. But there are other days, especially when I do like speed workouts, where I just really like to like lock in with myself. And I think it teaches you it prepares you for moments like lane 8. It prepares you for moments like lane 9, lane 1, lane 2, lane 3, because like it's just you on the track. And if you get caught up in someone else's race, then their race becomes your race, and it's like you're not even running your race. So I think training by myself can be difficult, but it's also really helpful. And when I gotta do the 400 workouts, I be praying to God I can just get through.
Now you know how I feel. Thank you.
When I gotta run with Alexis Holmes, I'm like, God, please.
What? You don't want to run 10 400s?
I mean, y'all both going to Paris, so you better get ready for some more.
I know. I told my coach, I said, okay, no more 400 workouts. He said, no, now they just begun. I said, God, no, please, Jesus, please.
Now,
God,
if you see Brittany Brown crying because she had to do 15 400s one day, like, just know the day was coming.
Well, now it's just like faster stuff. So now we do like 400s faster, or come to the 5, come to the 350, come to the 3. I'm just like, God, I can't hold on. I don't hold on to up a point. When we get to that around that curve, I'm like, God, please. And then he be like, okay, one more. I'm like, one more.
Do he be telling y'all the amount of reps that y'all have?
No, we don't.
Okay, I got a question.
That's savage.
I got a question. What is with the old head coaches like in this secretiveness about these workouts? And I don't mean to the public. I mean to the athletes. We come to practice, we be like, hey, yo, coach, what we got today?
Yeah.
Just sitting there smiling, giggling, kicking feet, eating food.
Yeah.
I'm like, no, coach, this is not a joke. What are we doing? Be like, oh, we're going to do some 400s today.
Yeah.
Don't want to say the number. And we just going and going and going. And I'm like, what? And, Coach Green, to be like, I got to train your mind. We can't let the fear, the whole goal of fall training is to break you down and build you up. We got to get rid of the fear. I'm sitting here like, but you can't at least tell me to work out.
This is intense. I mean, let's not play though. Like you wasn't down in Jamaica running an extremely fast 400, right?
Yeah,
Like you haven't run some really fast 400s in your
Yeah,
time.
for running with Alexis.
You got a lot of talent.
Shout out Alexis Holmes.
You're one of the few who are like a triple threat, right?
Yeah.
100 meters, 200 meters, the 400 meters. It's like in there. I heard you want to be
Yeah.
on the relay, but I mean you're very versatile and you're able to like really kind of put yourself out there. It's like, how is it that you use of training the 400 to help you in the 2 and the 4s?
I think when I do workouts with them, Alexis or other 400 hurdlers I train with, like I really just try to like push myself. And some days I got it, some days I don't. And I think I'm really grateful for the women I train with, because like they definitely keep me going, not keep my mind. Because sometimes I be like, God, please help me. But I'm appreciative of the women that I train with. But it definitely like helps when I come down like to the 2 or the 100. So okay, if I can do this, how many reps we did. I can come through this 350 this fast. Like I can definitely do it too. I can definitely do 100. So I think it just really helps, and it also helps. Like I do sometimes like doing workouts with them. So it's like it's nice, to try to like get a little competitiveness with them, and especially with longer distance. Like it's like no pressure because it's like this is really not like my thing. So it's like I get to do it, and it's just like let's just do it. Let's see, live and learn.
I mean, I don't know. Personally, running repeat 400s isn't something that I would just be okay with doing for fun. But hey, Brittany Brown has no issues.
I mean, you gotta go into it and not freak out because as soon as you start freaking out, that makes it worse.
Here's the thing, like I stopped freaking out, but it gets to the point to where it's just like, damn, again? Like, are you again? Again? It's like, I'm like, okay, cool. Coach be like, okay, you guys so and so many 200s. I be looking at like, I know you didn't just give us double digits. I'm going to whoop you. But I'm like, okay, cool. We go ahead and do it. But after you do about like 4 or 5 of me, like, okay, like we really going to keep going? Yes. You get the double digits, you like, we going to keep going? Like, get the whole workout done. Give me 10 stadiums. We gonna do some 150s. We gonna do some.
It's a lot.
Never ending workout, guys. Please.
Girl, I remember I kid you not, I remember one day we was at practice for almost 3 hours. I kid you not, in them 3 hours, about an hour and a half straight was just running.
Really?
And I'm like, what are we doing?
Jeez.
I don't know.
It's a lot. It's a lot.
It is a lot.
It's a lot.
It's a lot.
So let's shift our focus to Paris, where you've been to Doha, you've been to Budapest, you've gotten medals, you've been in finals. It seems like you've done so much, right?
Got the experience.
So what are we looking forward to in Paris? Both like, of course, your goals, but then just like experience overall as well.
Let's do experience first. I say the experience, like obviously, like this is my first Olympics, first time as an Olympian. So I'm excited for like the little stuff, the Ralph Lauren, the Ralph Polo stuff we get.
For the opening ceremony and all that.
The opening ceremony, the new like the other stuff that we get, the cool little clothes and stuff. Meeting other athletes. Like I know Tokyo last year, a couple years ago, they weren't able to experience like that, that communal experience. I'm excited for like the Olympic Village and stuff.
Yeah.
So that experience I'm really excited for. My goals wise, like I think Doha and Budapest have definitely shown me that I can make finals. Not even just make finals, but I can like place.
Yeah.
So I think the goal is to go out there and do what I know I can do, and not just be out there, just be out there. I feel like when I made my first I don't even know what team, I told myself I'm not just gonna be out here just to be out here. I'm not gonna be out here just to okay, I made it. Like I want to be out here and do something, make the final, get a medal. So I think all these meets have made me be grateful and thankful. Have just been a stepping stone for this meet right here. So I'm just grateful for all the meets and all the ups and downs I had, because I've definitely had a lot of highs, definitely a lot of lows, definitely a lot of slaps in the face, but I'm here now, so yeah.
There you go.
So what's the words of encouragement that you want to give to the other ladies that are obviously going to be joining you in Paris on this 200 team? Because this is not to scare anybody, but I think all of us have our work cut out for us as individual countries if we would like to get medals. So I just want to know, what do you want to tell Gabby and Mackenzie in terms of hey, we got this?
I would just say just keep doing what y'all doing. I think these women that I get to make a team with, even last year, phenomenal women who train. I don't know much about their training, but who show up and compete. I know when I step to the line with them, they're competitors. People who make the team, competitors. So keep being a competitor. Keep showing up for yourself. And we can do this. Let's go out. Let's go out and ball. Let's sweep.
Let's do it.
Let's play.
Started a revolution.
Well, Brittany Brown, appreciate you again.
Thank you.
We're all rooting for you. We all want to see you replicate what you've done before and do even better. So,
thank you.
Brittany Brown, we're gonna be back in a second. We got one more guest or a couple other guests coming on. So appreciate y'all.
Thanks. Bye, y'all.